Hey,
Hi,
how are
how are you?
you? Good, good. I just want to say thank you for doing this. I know how busy you are. You have twice as
Yeah,
many kids as I do.
yeah, we're getting ready to go to swimming lessons. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah,
But also that and thank God, it's hard to make friends as adults, and thank God that He put you in my life and universe and all those things in our path that we get to become friends. So
yeah,
nice.
agreed, agreed. This was definitely a blessing in my life.
Oh, thank you. But yes, I wanted to, well, as the first non-family guest, bring you on to tell a story. And I feel like it needs documented. So if you're open to telling this story or as much background information as we need or whatever, how
Okay,
about it?
okay. Um, so you want to know about the goat?
Yes, the goat. As I labeled our meeting goat.
Well, I was just making sure that's.
Yeah.
So my husband works for a gas company. Um, and he has to like some of the he tends to all the gas well sites. So some of the sites are on land that's not really used, and some of them are like close to residences and so it just depends on where he's at. Well, he was working night shift. He worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And he was actually covering. They all have their own set well pads that they cover. So this wasn't even his well pad that he was on. And he's covering for another guy on night shift, and he goes out to to a well pad, and he runs over a goat. And like R.I.P. to the goat. This I feel bad. Like I genuinely feel bad that this happened,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just like Jared's who Jared is as a person and like everything that he's just ridiculous. So it's like you would run over a goat. You would.
Just
It
not something
matches
you
up.
hear every day. Was he going slow? Like, did the goat have a chance to get out of the way?
So he said that he was moving real slow and he was just like inching, and trying to like almost maybe butt him out of the way because I guess they had like stormed his truck. And the next thing he knew, he heard like a crunch.
I say they stored, there was more than one.
There was two. There was two.
One made
Yeah,
it out alive.
one made it out. Yeah, smarter. That one was smarter than the other one.
Okay. So did bumping it like knock it over? Are they the ones that just can like fall over?
So I don't know that much about the type of goat that it is.
Okay. Did,
And I don't really know how he managed to get that goat's head wedged his tire. I don't, because it was the head. And he seems to think that it was like trying to bite at the tire or like they were really hungry. That's what he said because he'd been up there before, so he is familiar with the goats. And he said they were just like, tied, they weren't tied up, but they were just like down at this like barn, like sort of away from the house, not necessarily like real close to the house, and there was like junk everywhere.
yeah.
So it just kind of seemed they were just like thrown out there, and maybe they
Did
were hungry.
yeah, or I mean, did the familiarity with Jared potentially cause their demise? Its demise. I mean,
Yes.
I know this guy. I'm gonna get up there and see what these tires do. And did he like get out and like assess everything, or did he just drive them?
Well, so he called me. He got out. He realized he killed the goat. And he called me and he was like, I think I'm just gonna get rid of this, like the body, like, and I was like, no, you really need to like because they have like environmental stuff that they do. I'm like, you really need to call like whoever you call when an incident like this happens and let them know, so you know how to move forward with it. Um,
Do the right
so
thing.
he called probably the on-call supervisor because this is like night shift, whatever. I can't remember exactly who it was he talked to. Um, and he let them know that he killed this goat. And so the next day, the environmental side of the gas company reached out to the family to let them know,
Right, like the next of kin. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
kinship call, whatever that's
Okay.
called. Come identify the body. I don't know. I don't know what all that entails.
Wonder if there is recording of the call, like you would see if you were watching a crime show or something like that, where they could play it back. Like, what did he say when he called? You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
really.
I know that he was really worked up too. Like he was like in panic mode, And I mean, he's like thinking about getting rid of the body and like all this stuff. And so
Yeah,
he was already like up because he did this. And so I can't imagine how that went through.
yeah, yeah. It was probably really frantic, and yeah, he was going through the steps of like how he would can cover it up.
Yeah.
But you talked him out of it.
I talked him out of it. And he still says that he should have never listened to me. Um, yeah, because it became like a real big ordeal. And then it also became a joke at work. The guys really started making fun of him. But the family of the goat, they needed another goat. They wanted that goat replaced so their other goat would not be lonely. They wanted EQT to bury the goat. So they had to bring like people out so they could survey the ground to make sure there was, a proper burial site for the goat. And they had to do it real fast because they were getting ready to have a wedding out there. And then they had to put a gate up. Um, they had to put signs up like slow down, drive like your children live here or whatever.
They
There
do.
was a lot of, yeah, there was a lot of things. And I know the guy whose pad it actually was like, thanks. Now I got to drive through a gate and, all these other things. So he was
So they
pretty upset.
had to put up the gate because of Jared, or because or the people then like that was that their consequence of not having one before of having to put it like, okay, we're gonna make sure there's proper burial, but you have to do this kind of thing of like,
I don't know.
no?
They put the gate up so that you would have to drive slow.
Okay. Goats at play.
So
Like,
that was the family's stipulation. Yeah.
oh my
And then a
God.
bunch of signs.
Did he have
Slow
to pay
down.
restitution or anything?
No, no. Fortunately, he did not. Didn't come out of his check.
Did he have it to because the company may have had to pay for like the surveying in the area and
Oh, they paid
everything.
for everything. Yeah, they bought him the goat. They paid, to put up the fence and all the things. All the
So
things.
does the company go to like where goats might be for sale and pick it out, or do they just tell the
Yeah,
family like, get your pick of the litter and we'll foot the bill? Like,
I'm not 100% sure about that. I think I might have asked Jared that at some time. How did they get this goat,
yeah,
How did they get this guy's friend? Is he gonna like this new goat that
yeah.
uh,
And how does it arrive? Because if the company is, having to bring it, is it like a parade,
loaded in?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
So yeah,
then,
his coworkers took
oh,
off from there.
oh my gosh. Yeah. So they named the goat Gilbert.
Okay.
That's what they decided that the name was going to be, Gilbert the Goat. They for a long time, like when Jared would call them or they would call him, they would go like when they would pick up the phone. And they do like fantasy football. One of the guys named his team, Gilbert's Ghost. They wrote a song like a full song. And then his supervisor would like send it to him periodically, like just in case you forgot. And then he would send him the song
Song. Oh my gosh.
that they wrote.
Now, was it just like in word form, or has anyone sang the song and send it like audio clip?
No, nobody sang it, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, do you have access to the lyrics still?
yeah. Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, I
You
think it
want
would
me
be
to
cool.
share
I
it?
mean, I don't know like if it's in the tune of like, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or anything like that, but I wonder if I could learn it and sing it and send it to him like for his birthday or something like that.
That would
How
be wonderful.
funny would that be?
That
Yeah.
would be that's a lovely idea. My sister, so Jared is just like he's so fun to like prank
Yeah.
because he's like kind of dumb, and he gets real worked up and then you can get him like even more worked up. So my sister had been having one of her friends at work like prank call Jared a couple times, saying she saw him on her property, like going to the bathroom in the woods, got it on camera.
Yeah.
It didn't work out though. He somehow knew that he thought, this was one of his coworkers' wives or somebody was messing with him. And
Yeah.
he didn't fully know, but he was like in the heat of the moment doing something, working with like
Yeah.
supervisors. They had an emergency call, and my sister's coworker was trying to call him. And I told her, I'm like, you should really have Diane call back and just sing this song to him. Just
Yeah.
leave it on the voicemail.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And like full on refrain, like there's chorus, like fantastic.
Oh,
So good.
it's a full song. There's also hold on, because they wrote it all the way out.
And how long ago did the original like incident happen?
So I want to say that this was probably in 2023.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. It's been a couple years. But Jared was also like fairly new. Um, he had maybe only been with the company like a year, like 18 months, maybe two
Yeah.
years. I'm not 100% sure of time frame. Um, but yeah, so they have a chorus, there's the verse, they have a bridge in there, and an outro as well.
Oh,
Yeah, yep, yeah.
too good. What's your favorite line? Do you think you could share that?
Okay. Probably just the intro. Oh, I don't know. I don't that's hard. I'm gonna say this verse too, and I'll read it to you. Jared slammed the brakes in a cloud of dust. Heart skipped a beat as he saw the trust of a goat named Gilbert on the Marianne Track Road. A collision of worlds, a story to be told. It's so good. The song is amazing. Like I'm really like fascinated that they came together, with
They came
this.
together as a team and really
Yeah,
took it up a notch and produced like a really, really good job. Yeah.
yeah. And I
So
told everybody that I know, like,
yeah,
my husband called me last night and he ran over a goat. Like I was just like, I couldn't believe it.
yeah.
And
I
everyone was like, what?
yeah, I still can't believe it. And I think we were just in a regular conversation at the soccer game, and you were just like, "Well, yeah, like Jared ran over a goat." And I was like, "What?" I did the same thing. And I was like, "I have to know all about this." And to hear that it was 3 years ago and that like he was randomly getting called, have they kind of fizzled out, or do you
They
think?
fizzled out. Yeah, yeah, they fizzled out. Some of the crew that he works with now too, like Dean, I think Dean might have wrote the song.
Okay.
He's really good friends with Dean. He was originally his supervisor, and then he became like the superintendent. He's busy, doing other things, and then a couple of the other guys like moved to different locations. So I think the crew that he works with now, some of them know, a few of them know, but yeah, I don't think that it's not as good as it once was.
The band has,
Broken
dispersed.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you know any of them personally, it might be worth a call to one of them and say, "Hey, spark this back up because we can never let him forget." There's just so many things that are swirling through I want to mess with him, and I don't even know if he knows that I know.
He doesn't. He doesn't know, and I think it'll be perfect. I'll send you this song, and
Okay.
I
Well,
think
maybe
we
I
can
can
be
even attach the
inspired
lyrics
somehow.
on this. Do you think he'll find out once this is on YouTube?
He may not. He may not.
Well, we're on the topic of,
Acting.
huh?
He's completely unsuspecting.
That's my favorite kind. Yeah. Do you have any other stories about him while we're talking about him?
Ooh,
Have you ever pranked him?
I mean, have I ever pranked him? Yeah, we've done some like silly little things. Trying to think, rack my brain.
I told the girls we were getting
Been a
together, and
lot.
I said that most people tell ghost stories. We're gonna tell ghost stories. They were like, "Yay! Is Morgan and Harper gonna be on?" I said, "No, you don't get to be on yet."
They were really surprised by it too. They were really surprised by the goat,
Yeah, I
you
could
know.
see little ones going to school and being like, "My dad killed a goat," telling
Yeah,
their teachers and
yeah.
stuff. And
And my dad, like dad, so my mom and dad, I call my dad and he has the phone on speaker and him and my mom are in the living room. So they just naturally, it's just a three-way call, you know? And I like call them with all the things. And, of course I called them about this, you know? And I mean, I'm pretty sure we had tears. We were like laughing so hard about this.
yeah,
And my dad has this like running joke with, Jared that he's a douchebag. Um, and so he'll always be like, if whenever he does something dumb, he'll be like, "Yep, back to douchebag status." Um, so like one time he ate, it was just spaghetti. We were living with my mom and dad. And she had spaghetti sauce, like meat sauce in a container, and Jared had eaten it in the middle of the night, and he told my mom, like, man, that chili that you made was so was so good. And you can't move past that. You know what I mean? Chili?
yeah. It's not even the same. What did your mom say to him? Did she say like thanks?
No. She said that wasn't chili.
And you're supposed to put it with noodles. And I think we talked about that because Jeremy is a middle of the night eater too. And it's not like a sleepwalking, sleep eating type of thing. I don't know what it is, but we've put like ice cream bars, possible, like things that we wanted to keep inside like frozen vegetable bags and things like that because you just don't know what's going to happen in the middle of the night.
That's a good idea. I might have to steal that
Yeah.
because we're not that. Here's Harper. Say hi. Hi.
You want to go on YouTube?
What she said? She's gonna put this on YouTube. What? Actually? She's gone.
Usually scares
Um,
them off.
yeah, we gotta step up our game because we've never done anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you this too. I like vanilla ice cream with nuts on it. It's like my favorite thing. And sometimes I just deserve, to have a bowl of ice cream with chopped nuts. So, Jared, in the middle of the night, he eats out of the container. Okay. I would never know, if that's what you're doing, that's fine. But the one night I noticed that there was like chocolate swirl around like the outside. So then I realized that he just squirts Hershey's chocolate syrup right in the container and eats it out.
Ah,
And then it ruined it for me.
ruined
I'm
it.
not eating
Yeah.
another bowl of that.
Yeah. I thought you said that the chocolate was on the outside. And I thought, was he just spraying Hershey's wherever? Like, but they probably don't even turn lights on. He'll eat out of a container cottage cheese, all the things.
Eat
Which
the
I'd rather
bowl.
do that than
Yeah, ice cream.
special treat, that somebody like really is looking forward to the next day and they go and it's not there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really sad.
Yeah, it was really upsetting. It's really upsetting when the chocolate syrup was just smeared around the inside of the whole container. And then I just like envisioned him like, I don't even know if you use a spoon, you can't even be trusted. You might
Yeah,
just be two
yeah,
fingers in there.
yeah. Or just like a handful.
A handful. Who
Ugh,
knows?
barbarians. Well, I know you guys have to go do some swimming. Are you getting
Yeah.
it?
No.
No
No,
backstroke?
swimming lessons. We're working on level 6, so they're diving.
Okay. Wow. Is level 6 like what's the top level?
That's it. They're done after this. So we
Okay.
just got to get through this one.
Okay. When I was young, they had like I got to level 8, and that was
Yeah.
swimming to the deep end to get a brick,
Yeah.
bring it up.
I felt like I had way more levels when I was
Yeah.
younger,
Yeah.
not 6. They
6
only do it for
levels and
half an
everybody
hour.
gets a trophy. That's how the times are changing.
Yeah, drown. Might as well drown.
Yeah, because they might get the brick on, level 3 these days. You just never know. We can't even leave the shallow end, but here we are. We're
Yeah.
speeding up the process.
Yeah.
But
Level 6 swimmer with my floaty on.
thank you again for taking time out of your busy life to do this.
Yeah. It was fun. I'll have to think of some more. There's more.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, please do. I'd love to have you back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Have fun.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.